James for three. Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas.
Isang mapagpalang Sabado sa inyo mga teammates. Ito po si Coach Jojo Villa ng Fellowship of Christian Athletes. At ito ang programang Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas sa 702 DZAS, FEBC Radio TV. Welcome sa mga teammates natin na nakikinig sa atin via DWAY 104.3 FM Care Radio sa Bicol, sa DXFE 1197 The Good News Radio sa Davao Region, sa DZRK 106.3 FM Radyo Kapit-Bisig sa Palawan, sa DXAS 1116 Your Community Radio sa Zamboanga. Tayo rin po ay napapakinggan via online streaming sa Facebook page natin sa Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas, sa FEBC 702 DZAS o kaya sa febc.ph. Batiin ko lang po mga kaagapay natin na madalas makinig sa atin, si Ben and Maricar Loriaga, Kyle Joshua Chan, Nora Cancela, Faustina Habla, Coach Glendino Gopez, Gregorio Jr. Tan, Edwin Villeza, Lordan Bolyon, and Aaron Ray Gacho. Sa pagbabalik ng Puso at Lakas, ang ating guest ay isang strength and conditioning coach sa PBA at sa isang high school, at marami tayong matutunan sa kanya regarding strength and conditioning.
Puso at Lakas, Sports sa Pinas.
Pag-asa, saan ka ba matatagpuan?
Tagumpay, sadya ka nga bang mailap?
Direksyon sa buhay. Bakit ang hirap mong tahakin?
Hay, pag-ibig. Akala ko ba panghabang buhay ka?
Buhay? Hanggang dito ka na lang ba?
Marami tayong katanungan sa buhay. Marami man ang gumugulo sa ating isipan, subalit, kaibigan, hindi ka dapat mangamba. May handang tumugon sa iyong mga tanong. May karamay ka, si Jesus. Nagmamahal siyang tunay at kay tagal nang kumakatok sa iyong puso. Pagpapasya mo lamang ang kanyang hinihintay.
Sumasahing papawid mula sa Maynila. Ito ang Far East Broadcasting Company Philippines.
FEBC.
Himpilang
702 DZAS.
Agapay ng sambayanan. Pusong kampyon. Siya na nga, luha at galak. Mga sikreto ng marugdog na ensayo at pagtatagumpay sa larangan ng sports. Pusong Kampyon.
Magandang hapon mga kaagapay. Our guest is a good friend of mine. Classmate ko siya, no? So I'm proud to say na naging classmate ko siya. At tumuloy-tuloy siya, no? Sa field of strength and conditioning. In fact, siya ay strength and conditioning coach ng Converge, no? Hindi ko alam po nung tawag sa kanila, Fiber
Xers.
Oh, Fiber Xers, di ba? One of the PBA teams, and also the strength and conditioning coach of LaSalle Zobel, no? Sa UAAP, no? So, meron siyang high school team, may professional team, and if you know Kai Soto, no, yung ating paboritong player na sinusundan na ating mga kababayan, no, siya po ang personal strength and conditioning coach ni Kai Soto. Let's all welcome Coach Romel Lantin. Hi, Coach Romel.
Hello, Coach Jojo. Good evening and magandang gabi sa lahat ng sumusubaybay dito sa palatuntunan ni Coach Jojo Villa.
Alam mo, sa mga ating mga nakikinig, no, Coach Romel, no, maraming mga misconception or mga maling practices when it comes to strength and conditioning, coach, no. Makwento ko sa iyo na yung daughter ko, no, into wushu. In fact, 1 week na lang pupunta na kami sa General Santos for yung Batang Pinoy. And ang sport ng anak ko, si Ana, is wushu. And there was a time na yung coach niya ay absent, so ang nag-take over yung isang college athlete. So ang daming pinagawa. And sometimes hindi totoo yung sinasabi na tawag nito, the more the merrier, marami kang pagawin na exercise or repetitions or no pain no gain. And because of that, pagod na yung muscles ng anak ko. In fact, yung ankle niya na-sprain because ang kwento niya sa akin, Coach Romel, would you believe na on a single leg, meron siya mga 100 times siyang tumalon on a single leg. And 16 years old, walang...
16.
Oh, 16 years old. Wala pang base. Kasi bata pa di ba? Wala pa siyang, hindi pa na-develop yung muscles niya, and because of 100 repetitions, different exercises, na-injure yung anak ko. So, ano tingin mo ang, kasi di ba ang minsan, especially sa probinsya, kung hindi aral, no? Pag sinabi kong aral, talagang pinag-aralan ang strength and conditioning coach, yung physiology, yung anatomy, ano ang madalas magkamali? Like dito sa ang daming repetitions, 100 single leg jumps.
Nako, wow. I was surprised, 100 jumps, single leg, and for a 16-year-old pubertal stage pa halos, growing pa. Now, let me start by defining si strength and conditioning. When you talk about strength and conditioning, Coach Joe, there are a lot of components being given to the athletes. Like, for example, let me go deeper. Physical activities has two fields. One is for general fitness, and the other one is for skill-related or for the athletes. Dalawa. Now, dun pa lang sa general population, general fitness, may mga components na yon like muscular endurance, muscular strength, cardiovascular endurance, flexibility, ideal body weight. So, if you are in the general fitness, yung 5 components na yon dapat nagagawa mo in order for you to have an optimum level of fitness. And we are not talking about sports pa rito. Sa healthy living lang, di ba? Yung iba, pwede mo sabihin sa aesthetic, you look thinner or you look more fitter. So, yung mga components na you have to jog or run or cycle or swim. You have to do body weight exercises, push-ups, squats, sit-ups, pull-ups, or use machines like bench press machine, lat pull-down machine. So, there are a lot of modes. Now, let me go to the athlete's level. Pag ikaw, nandun ka na sa athlete level, di ba dalawang field? Nabanggit ko kanina, Coach. Are you still with me, Coach?
Yung una, recreational. Tama.
Yes, that is correct.
Ito ngayon yung pangalawa.
General fitness, ito yung mga pumapasok sa school, pumapasok sa opisina, and gusto lang nila aesthetic. Healthy lang sila, maganda yung itsura nila sa damit, so on and so forth. And yung isang field is for athletes, no? Now, kami, ang requirement namin doon sa mga athlete, dapat meron ka na nung pang general fitness, meron kang basic cardiovascular endurance, meron kang basic strength, basic muscular endurance, meron kang mobility or flexibility in order for you to elevate your game in whatever sport you are into, no? On top of that, eto na, meron ka pang iintinding components like speed, agility, quickness, balance, power, reaction time, movement time. So, on top dun sa 5, may binanggit pa akong 7, idadagdag mo pa yon that will be done on a different days, on a different situation, whereas you have to go to programming na. Ito dito nagkakamali yung maraming, you may say, coaches, no? Sorry, Joe, I'm having some colds because ang lamig dito. Sa, in fact, yun, nag-heater na ako. Anyway, going back, ang nakikita kong medyo problema is yung program designing, no? In the strength and conditioning field, Coach Jojo, you have to know periodization. You have to periodize program. Root word niya, periods, no? So in a whole year, there are periods. Like, I think you know this much more because you've been into coaching before. Championship kahapon, the next day is post-season. Katatapos ng season. That will be followed by off-season. And then after the off-season, there is your preparation season or the pre-season. And then the in-season. So it's a cycle. No? So merong post, merong off, and then merong preparation, and then season, and then go back to post ulit. Now, ano yung napapaloob doon? Now, normally, pagka post-season, tapos yung season, this is my opinion based on my experiences, based on my continuous education and studying, no? Wala akong pinapagawa. Wala akong binibigay sa atleta. That is the time for recuperation, to nurse from injury. Kasi the whole season, from off to preparation to in-season, trabaho yung mga atletang yan. So physically, physiologically, mentally, lahat yan, Coach Joe, drained yan. Nare-reach nila yung full potential in order for them, of course, to perform to a level where they need to supposed to be doing or performing, no? Na pagdating kay off-season, eto na, nag-uumpisa na yan in introduction to the skills. For example, I don't know with Wushu, but siguro tuturuan na silang humawak ng implement of if there are or if there is, and then footwork, and then pagdating naman sa strength and conditioning, i-introduce na sila sa basic lifting, where the athletes will be given general exercises like doing squats, doing deadlifts for the lower extremities, doing bench presses or lat pull down or shoulder presses, to develop the upper body naman to strengthen the body. So generally, Coach Jonom, ang strength and conditioning is to strengthen the athlete, the whole body. No, ang analogy ko nga dito, for example, si Dothermo, no? If done properly, yung programming, na periodize yung program. What's the name of your daughter, Coach? If you don't mind me asking. Anna. So there's Anna 1, and merong identical twin si Anna 1. Anna 2, nurtured by you and your wife, coached by the coaches, and the same teachers in the school. Pero si Anna 1, pareho sila level ng skills ng Wushu, pareho magaling, even or equal. Pero si Anna 1 is engaged to strength training, explosive training, plyometrics, mobility drills, etc. No? So, and si Anna 2 is just doing the basic Wushu training. Who do you think will have the advantage, Coach Joe?
Siyempre, si Anna too. Yung
Kasi,
may malakas na yung katawan, may strength na, tapos may strength endurance.
Yes, that is true kasi equipped siya, ready siya. Now, to answer your question, bakit napaka-importante ng programming? It is because it's all about timing. When you design a program, Coach Joe, there is such thing as peaking. I know you know that, right? Nagpipeak at the right time. Coach Joe, let me just wipe my nose and I'll be back quickly. 5 seconds lang or 3 seconds. Sorry.
Okay lang yan. Alam mo, natutuwa ako sa mga nakikinig sa atin na si Coach Romel, classmate ko dati, year 2001. And kung titignan ko, no, kung titignan ko ngayon, ang layo ng inabot dahil now he can talk about periodization. Ibig sabihin, parang ano yan parang sa US there are 4 seasons, no? May winter, may summer, may fall, may spring. Ganon din sa strength and conditioning, no? May different seasons. So, ina-explain nga sa atin na iba yung postseason, ang sabi niya, after a heavy tournament, no, heavy training. Ang gusto ni Coach Rommel, yung mga players, walang iisipin, magpahinga lang, matulog lang kayo for, depende sa kanya kung how many weeks. Pwedeng 2 weeks, pwedeng 3 weeks. So, you were saying, Coach Rommel, na
yes.
yung...
Going back, now, programming, periodization, no? Yes, every coaches know how to give squats. Yung squats naman ngayon, Coach, if you will try to look at past videos, yung mga nakaraan, it's the same squat. Kung papansinin mo, knee flexion, hip flexion, ankle flexion. Tapos, ang bench press is, may bago ba? Unless may nakita kang ibang klase ng squats na, if you know what I mean, Coach Jojo. Hindi, yun pa rin siya. Now, nagkakatalo ito, Coach Jojo, sa tension, sa intensity. So, you wouldn't be giving 100% on day 1, day 2, day 3. Kasi, we are just flesh. Human being is flesh. So, once they reach, overtraining, burnout, there is no way, you remember this, but to go down. After the burnout is what? Injury. And, yun yung typically nangyayari sa mga atleta na being pushed to their limits. And so ayoko magsalita, Coach Joe, sa case nung daughter mo kasi baka may ibang principles naman yung coach na there should be a reason. Pero if ako, I wouldn't do, I have to design. So from basic, pataas, Coach Joe, if you know what I mean. So you don't start from bugbugan agad kasi may mga ganong coaches nanalo tayo ng champion. Let's start with the high note. Pahirapan agad sa day 1. Naku po. Pahirapan agad sa day 1. Pagdating ng season, sunog na, injured na, wala ng player na naglalaro. Yung iba naman, ang ginagawa, sobrang dadali. Sobrang dadali. Na yung tinatawag na what's this? Threshold, yung gigil, masyado namang kulang. That is why dapat yung right amount of intensity, volume, frequency, lahat yan tinitignan Joe in relation to game schedules and especially to the season itself, yung games ng season.
Alam mo, Coach Rommel, ang nangyari kasi noon, kaya yung coach was absent, ang nag-take over during that single practice session was a college athlete. Kasi college team na nagwuwushu. And daughter ko, sinama doon para makapag-practice. Siyempre, nung wala si coach, akala nung male athlete na yung kaya niya, kayang gawin ng daughter ko. Ang daughter ko, 60 years old pa lang, no? So, excuse me. So, yung ginawa nila, sobra-sobra sa aking paningin, hindi tinantya, hindi man natantya na may kasamang 16-year-old. Sila lahat college. So, nung na-injure yung daughter ko, nung kwento niya, tapos I brought her to a rehab therapist. Yung rehab therapist nga nagulat din Sabi niya, sobra-sobra yun kung 100 jumps. Kahit sabihin mong different kinds of exercises, pero on a single leg, mapipilay yun. Sinabi ko sa anak ko, anak, 20 years ako nag-coach. Hindi nga namin ginagawa sa basketball player yan. Kahit sa professional.
Coach, let me butt in here, no? we coaches, and you know this also, no? Tayong mga coaches, this is my philosophy. We can make them or break them. We'll break them if we don't know what we are doing. Do you understand? Kung di mo alam pinapagawa mo at nag-YouTube university ka or Instagram university ka, naku po, that's more detrimental than beneficial. We can make them. What do I mean by that? Pwede natin silang itaas to go to the level where the direction that they want, like going to high school muna and then collegiate, perform better, and then to the professional, who knows, national team, SEA Games, Asian Games, Olympics, no? If the coach knows what he is doing. And this is in general, not just in the strength and conditioning, but as well as with the skills coaches, no? So, talagang itong trabaho natin, natin ng strength and conditioning, medyo delikado ito. Because we are dealing with humans. We are dealing with special population like this athletes, no? Mga espesyal yan. Mga espesyal na individual. So pagka hindi mo alam kung paano mo aalagaan, hindi mo alam kung paano ite-tailor fit yung programa para sa kanila, naku po, magiging kaawa-awa na to the point minsan, high school pa lang may mga ganun eh. Sira na yung career.
Dahil sobrang no, yung overuse na yung mga ankles, yung mga tuhod. Dahil, I think, overtraining, no? And
yes,
minsan nandun pa yung mga expression na no pain, no gain, no? Tapos, the only easy day was yesterday, para silang mga Navy SEALs, no? But parang steak yan. Di ba ang steak na masarap, hindi naman kukunin mo kagad yung steak at ilalagay mo sa oven o sa stove. Diba minsan minamarinate, nilalagay ng asin, lahat ng mga herbs.
You have to prepare. That's preparation.
Preparation.
Diba? That's a pre-season. And on the tour of eating that's the season. Di ba?
And Coach Rommel, no, dito nun, because college athlete, wala pang kaalam, akala niya siguro yung ginagawa ng lalaki, dapat gawin ng teenager, no? And tama yung sinabi mo na wala pang muscular strength. Strength pa lang yun. Muscular endurance pa, ang dami. How many reps, no? So, ang sabi nung rehab therapist, nung na-meet niya yung daughter ko, sabi niya, na pinag-usapan raw nila mga therapist na binanggit niya yung kaso ng anak ko. Sabi niya, ano yun, pinagtripan? Sabi ko, hindi naman. Hindi lang alam nung atleta kung ano yung ginagawa niya. No? But, Coach Rommel, no, now you are strength and conditioning coach of also a high school.
Yeah.
Ano ba tingin mo yung mga, dahil yung iba hindi aral, no? Hindi aral.
Yes.
No? And, binanggit mo YouTube University. I've seen this. Kasi may pinupuntahan akong gym. I met some basketball players from a university here in Baguio. And I felt na medyo galing sa YouTube University, no, na inisip ko may muscular strength ba to, or because nakikita niya na ito yung mga reels na ginagawa, and ano yung mga dangers doon? Ano yung mga pwedeng mangyari, no, if walang supervision ng isang strength and conditioning coach?
Yes. Alam mo, Joe, yung nakikitang ganong mga reels, hindi mo alam kung anong season yun eh. Tama ba ako? Nakita mo lang ginawa ni, for example, ni LeBron James or ni Stephen Curry, ni Steph Curry. Pero, off-season pala yung program na yun. Tapos gagawin mo dahil in-season mo, knowing na pwede kang gumaling dahil doon sa ginagawang yun. So, it has to be tailor-fit. Ito yung sinabi mo kanina. Let me go back to that. The program should be tailor-fit to the athlete, no? So that is why there is this principle of individualization. You are a different athlete to me, to him, to her, to everyone. That is why the program that should be given to those particular individuals should be, tailored fit for them. That is why there's health screening. You have to know the present condition of that particular athlete. Like I'll ask you, do you have a heart or lung problem, bone or muscle problem? Do you have issues sleeping, or do you have issues with your food intake? Do you skip meals, so on and so forth? So yun yung mga tinatanong, Joe. And pag natanong mo pa yun, kami pinapatanong ko pa doon sa mga coaches ko in may performance center kasi ako, Joe, si Fit21. No? Pinapatanong ko palagi, on top of that, soreness level, tiredness level, pagod ba kayo, sore ba katawan nyo, unwillingness to train, mga napaka-importante. So, merong mga atleta, no, magkakasama sila sa team, na yung iba, hindi sore, yung iba sore, yung iba tired, yung iba hindi tired, yung iba willing mag-train, yung iba unwilling mag-train. So, yung mga ganong cases, you have to adjust. So, si ganitong athlete, bibigyan ko lang ng low volume and walang explosive because, yun na nga, unwilling yung mood, sore and tired, whilst itong isang athlete, matataas lahat na pwedeng bigyan ng stress ng right amount. So, as I've said, that's individualization principle. I don't know if na-connect ko yan doon sa sinasabi mo kanina na about hindi po pwede sa coach yung pinapagawa niya doon sa atleta kasi magkaiba.
Yeah, I like it, no? Binanggit mo nga, no? It is individualized. Iba ang katawan kasi ng 16-year-old compared sa 19-year-old, no? So, hindi mo pwedeng paggawa na, tawag nito, yung may aangkas sa likod mo, tapos squat. Ang daughter ko, hindi pa niya kaya kargahin kahit sino. Yeah. Kahit sinong pinakamagaang sa team nila. Because she's just 16 years old, hindi pa na-develop yung kanyang muscles, yung mga quadriceps niya, quads, diba? Tapos yung mga kanyang hamstring. So, it has to be individualized and personal, no? So,
yes, that is correct, Coach.
May binanggit ka kanina, no? Different kinds of athletes na yung iba may soreness, yung iba pagod, yung iba naman hindi pagod dahil siguro before the start of pre-season, no? Going back to training, off-season, no? Off-season pa lang, going to pre-season, ito yung mga atletang masisipag sa kanilang sarili, nagbubuhat na, nagtumatakbo na. In short, they made themselves ready so that when training starts, they are ahead in terms of training level, no? And ito ang tanong ko, Coach Romel, no? Sino ba ang mga nakita mong players na ubod ng sipag because you were once with San Miguel Beermen? Tama ba?
Coach Joe, again, can you repeat that? I didn't get that, Coach.
You were with San Miguel PBA team, no?
No, I was with Danny
Ildefonso. Okay, Danny Ildefonso. Kasi when we say Danny Ildefonso, the thing that comes to my mind is San Miguel Beer. So, ano ang professionalism level ni Danny I na tingin mo ano yung mapupulot ng mga aspiring athletes? Gaano siya ko-professional and what makes Danny I being a two-time MVP?
May one instance ng training kami, no, ni Danny. Way back 2001, parang ganon. If I remember it right, no. Pumunta siya na kulang siya sa tulog. Puyat. Coach, sabi niya, kulang na ako sa tulog, but kaya kong i-workout. Ganun siya kung isipin mo, kulang na sa tulog, pero gusto pa rin niya. the dedication but of course, binigay ko lang yung sabi ko, pahinga ka muna. Siguro kung kailangan mo makaidlip sa sasakyan or sa clinic, you do that. Get some, a big nap or a power nap and then come back to me. So, yung mga ganong cases, Coach John, makikita mo yung dedication nila. The way they eat, the way they, what they do after training. Ngayon kasi nakikita ko, Coach John, again, meron ako mga professional athletes na hawak. Multi-sports pa, ha? Multi-sports pa because meron ako, in fact, may boxer ako lalaban sa 3-Line Manila, Part 2, ngayong October 29. Si Carl James Martin is the Ifugao Wonder Boy. 26-0, 19 by way of knockout. So, matindi to. And then, hindi lang may fencers kami. Meron tayong akong inaalaga ang mga ano pa ba yung mga sports? Volleyball. Merong multi-sport, Coach Joe. So, ang nakikita ko, doon sa nakikita kong may promising athletes, are those who follows. Discipline, attitude. Ever since, yun talaga, Coach Joe. Pagka ikaw, mas ang dami nating ikaw, for sure. Ang dami mong kilalang highly skilled na athletes, pero abuso sa sarili. So, nangyayari, oo, mag-aangat yung karir nila kasi mga bata pa, pero dahil nga inaabuso nila yung sarili nila, bumabagsak sila. And then napupunta sila sa mabababang liga na pag nakarating sila doon sa mababang liga, sa kanila marirealize na ando na ako. For example, ando na ako sa PBA. Dapat inayos ko pala. Itatry nilang habulin. And there are some who are lucky na siguro handful, nakakabalik pa. Pero yung iba, hindi na magawa kasi because of the attitude and discipline. Yun ang pinakamahirap sa mga atleta, Coach Joe. Even if you are highly skilled, ang dami. But I won't name names, no? Because wag naman. Pero yun na nga, they have to be disciplined, to mga atletang to, in order for them to reach the goal that they wanted to be.
Alam mo, Coach Rommel, no? Nag-coach ako during the 80s, no? 80s. 90s pala. Early 90s. Tapos umabot ako hanggang 2000 and then hanggang 2014. That was the last time, no, I coached, no? So I coached for 20 years. And during that time, I'm talking about my early years. Yung mga players, after practice, they're done. When I say after team practice, nandun si coach, after the huddle, we pray, tapos na. Ngayon, ang napansin ko, after the team huddle, sinabi ni coach, we're done, tapos na yung practice natin, lahat sila nagsushooting ngayon. Diba? May nagsushooting, may mga nagbubuhat pa. Tapos dati, ang nagbubuhat, bilang sa kamay, sa daliri. Pero ngayon, lahat sila nag-extra work because I think yung level of professionalism or because of the competition, ang daming player na gustong umabot sa PBA, maraming player na gustong umabot sa PVL, maraming gustong maging, binanggit mo, sa professional boxers or weightlifters. So now, for them to reach itong sinasabi na elite level, you really have to work very hard. You have to do a lot of things for you to make it and succeed dahil medyo nagiging crowded at the top, no? And what makes a good athlete sa'yo besides yung binanggit mo na discipline?
Can you repeat the question, Coach?
What makes a good athlete sa'yo based on experience besides yung binanggit mo na discipline and working hard. Ano yung mga mindset na napansin mo?
Okay, no? What makes chachapi coach, sorry.
What
What
makes a good
makes
athlete? What makes them
Mhm.
what separates the
Ayun,
great
okay. I got it.
athletes
I heard it.
from the good? What separates them?
Coach, again, nabanggit na natin kanina yung discipline and attitude, ano? Tama ba ako?
Yes.
And also yung dedication. There are athletes who are, these are their calling, if you know what I mean. And there are also athletes that who are passive. You know, gusto lang nilang kumita, gusto lang nila ng konting fame, but it is not their calling. So yung dedication, yung into it, getting into the sport itself or kung ano may nilalaruan nila, minsan wala yun eh. So yun yung nakikita kong nagse-separate doon sa mga may dedication kesa doon sa walang dedication sa ginagawa nila. In this field, in any field, no, Coach Joe, you have to love. You have to love what you are doing. Because if you don't love what you are doing, of course, binabaliwala mo, nine-neglect mo eh. Kahit anong sport or kahit anong trabaho pa yan, Coach Joe. But we are talking in particular for athletes. Kung hindi mo minamahal yung trabaho mo, pagiging swimmer, boxer, football, volleyball, basketball, gimmick dito, gimmick doon, I don't know, I hope wala namang ganun na ngayon. Pero again, ang sinasabi natin, kung hindi mo ibibigay yung dedication mo doon at hindi mo bibigyan ng tuon yung mga kailangan mong gawin as an athlete, I think yun ang magsa-separate doon sa greats to mediocre. I don't know if that answers your questions, Coach Joe.
Yes, I like it na binanggit mo, number one is calling, no? Kasi if you are called, lahat tayo may different calling, no? For example, ako, I'm now a sports missionary. Ikaw ay isang strength and conditioning coach. Yung iba naman ay singer. Yung iba naman ay atleta. Kung ikaw ay singer, syempre hindi ka naman, tawag nito, aalagaan mo yung iyong throat, alagaan mo yung iyong voice.
Yes, correct, Coach.
Hindi ka naman kakain ng mga sobrang anghang, no, na talagang makakasira yung mga lining ng stomach mo. Tapos magkaka-acid reflux ka. And binanggit mo, calling, loving what you are doing, and then passion, no? Kasi without passion, mawawala lahat, di ba? May verse sa Bible na kung ano yung mga binigay sa'yo, if God gives you a little and then you make good of that little, dadagdagan niya. Pero kung binigyan ka nga niya ng madami, tapos pinabayaan mo, no? Kasi we are stewards of kung ano yung mga talent and gifts.
The talents, you're talking about talents. Yes, I've heard that word.
Talent and then yung mga resources. Binigay sa ating resources, katawan, no? So, ibig sabihin, kung binigyan ka ng ubod ng bilis mo tumakbo, hindi ka naman at yung asset ay yung mga paa, yung mga legs, hindi ka naman magmotorsiklo at baka maaksidente ka. Pag naaksidente ka, hindi ka na makatakbo dahil you have to take care kung anong binigay sa'yo ng Panginoon. And Coach Romel, no, you started your career. Naniniwala naman ako, hindi lahat yan bed of roses, no? Was there a time na sa iyong career na ikaw ay sinabi mo sa sarili mo na, tayo lang, tama ba tong pinasok ko?
Yan. Napakaganda nung tanong mo, Coach Jojo. No? Every expert becomes, start from beginners. Strong starts from weak. Am I right? Big starts from small. It always starts down there. No? And you have to be courageous. If you like what you are doing, Ito, magsishare ako ng life ko, Coach John. No? Yung tatay ko, ayaw nito sa sport. Kasi may business kami no, sinasabi sa akin, walang pera dyan. Ang gawin mo itong business natin, asikasuhin mo nandito ang wealth. At tuloy mo lang to. So, of course, I love sport during even my younger years, no? So, pinag-aral pa ako ng engineering. Sabi ko, Tay, baka masayang po yung pera. Ganon, ayaw mo. Sige, aral ka, paaralin mo sarili mo. So, naging working student ako. But of course, tatay natin, magulang natin, hindi naman tayo matitiis. Tinutulungan pa rin ako, of course, nung time na. Pero nasabi lang niya, kasi gusto niya, ang gawin kong trabaho, kaming magkapatid, is either doctor or engineer. And again, going back to what you are saying, yung calling, sabi ko, eto yung gusto kong trabaho. I want to make a difference, no? And unang-una, ngayon pag nakikita ko yung nagawa ko, nanay ko 80 anyos na, Coach Joe, doing push-up sa railing, doing squats, 80 years old na. My kids, my daughter, my son, followed my footsteps. And ngayon mga physical conditioning practitioners, one is teacher at Ateneo, si Kat, yung daughter ko, yung panganay ko. And all into sport. Meron kaming business na kung nabubuhay siguro ang tatay ko, matutuwa yon anak. He earned my respect, baka masabi nun. Siguro, wherever he is right now, natutuwa siya. And this is because, if you want something, ako, no? I want to be a trainer. I want to do this. Ito ang gusto kong gawin. I'll make a difference to the athletes, whether it's individual or a team. I want to make a difference. And of course, pagka gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, Coach Joe, you will do research, you will do testing, you will do this and that in order for you to come up with your recipe. And again, ako nga, sinasabi ko, everything that I do, it has to be, it has to give result to all I handle. No? So, awa naman ng Diyos, yung mga nahahawakan ko, nahahawakan namin teams are performing naman. Winning championship, winning individual accolades, MVP, mythical, podium finisher. So, hindi naman may magkakaroon ng major injuries. No? So, in other words, we are helping these athletes, in my case, no, natutulungan ko na ma-reach yung gusto nila, and then at the same time, very minimal lang yung mga nangyayari sa kanila. If ever, aksidente, mga ganon. Pero of course, accident, you can't help that. Pag mag-aaksidente, ma-aksidente talaga eh. No? So I'm talking about, you have to love what you're doing. Have the courage to do that because at the end of the day, makikita mo yung mga adversities, nalampasan mo na, and that will make you better and stronger in your doing what you are doing. I don't know, Coach, if that answers the question.
Yes, Coach Rommel, no? Dahil sa mga nakikinig sa atin, si Coach Rommel kaklasiko, 2001, no? Pareho kaming nasa strength and conditioning subject. I think that's, di ko maalala, that was 24 years ago. And we were classmates, magkatabi kami, and we talked about sports.
2 decades, more than 2.5 na.
Oh, 2.5. Oh. See,
Grabe.
I'm into basketball. I just wanted to know more about strength and conditioning. I am not go into that dahil coach ako talaga. And kung gusto ko ang team ko lumakas, hahanap na lang ako ng strength and conditioning coach. At nagkalat yan, no? Sa UP, College of Human Kinetics. And because I met Mel, and now I am so happy that he is now a strength of conditioning coach, not only of a high school team, kasi iba yung high school team, no? Ra-ra-ra. Puso talaga yan, pagmamahal sa sport and pagmamahal sa eskwelahan. And at the same time, I'm so happy for him na siya ay strength and conditioning coach ng Converge no, sa PBA. And ang alam ko, siya ang personal strength and conditioning coach ni Kai Soto. Si Kai Soto ba medyo ready na for action?
Yes.
Yes, okay, good.
Correct, Coach. Yeah, that's correct.
Kasi hindi pwedeng i-reveal no ang lakbay ni Kai Soto dahil talagang the Philippine secret no. Ibig sabihin inaalagaan natin yung ating mga precious gem. Importante lang si Coach Mel palalakasin niya, pabibilisin niya. In fact, galing siya sa Japan no. Sinusundan ko yung Facebook page niya. Sabi ko, nasa Japan to dahil inaalagaan si Kai Soto, no? And, Coach, tawag nito, doon sa mga nakikinig, no, na may mga anak na who want to go into sports, go to any sport, or who would want to have a career in strength and conditioning, no? Ano ang mga payo mo sa kanila, sa mga magulang?
Can you repeat the question, Coach Joe? Yung mga
sa mga magulang na nakikinig, ano ang payo mo sa kanila, no? Sa mga anak nilang gustong mag-sports or into sports, or doon sa mga nakikinig na atleta, paano sila, how can they improve their jumping or running time para mas bumilis?
Okay. Again, I would suggest ay siguro kung lalo sa mga provinces, no, you contact yung mga physical education teachers kasi itong mga to may mga basic battery tests na pwedeng makatulong no, doon sa mga atleta. May mga sprinting yan, may agility training yan, may basic strength training like body weight exercises, no? And again, kung magkakaroon sila ng access to yung mga certified coaches, I would suggest, kasi it's an investment, Coach Joy, no? Like yung mga bata ngayon, as young as, would you believe this, no? As young as 9-year-old, meron kaming mga clients. No? Why? So that their kids can be taken care of properly. And nakikita ko ngayon yung mga naaalagaan namin, nagpupunta na sa Spain, sa France, sa US to compete, no? So, depende to dun sa goal ng parents na para sa kanilang anak. Pero I would suggest kumontak sila ng mga certified or certified coaches na alam yung ginagawa nila in order doon na mag-guide yung mga anak nila o yung mga atletang gustong pumunta sa ganung larangan, ano. Kasi mahirap yung I would suggest also, no, siguro pagka tanungin nila yung coach, coach, ano po ba yung background nyo para lang po alam din namin kasi mahirap nga yung yung halimbawa napanood lang o nasubukan isa o dalawang beses, pwede na. Naobserbahan ko naman, minsan umattend ako ng workshop, nakita ko yung ginagawa, pwede na yon. No, wag. Kasi again, you are dealing with a special person. These are special individuals, these athletes. So, I would go for coaches who are knowledgeable o kaya mga certified coaches para ma-assist or matulungan yung mga anak nila. Yun ang maipapayo ko, Coach. Of course, andyan pa rin yung nutrition. No? So, maayos na pagpapakain. Ang pagtulog on time, hindi nagpupuyat. So, yung mga basic na yon na sana ma-address para pagka yung anak nila, nag-umpisa lang maglaro, kayanin nila. Yung physical, mental na magiging challenge ng mga sport na lalaruin nila. Kung puyat ka, walang balance, walang focus, baka ma-injure ka pa. Ang gusto mong kainin, puro chichirya, tas lalaro ka. Baka naglalaro ka, sumakit yung tiyan mo. So, mga ganong klase, Coach Joe. So, they have to be, specific and precise kung ano ba yung gusto nilang gawin sa anak nila. So, ang maipapayo ko, hire a certified coach.
Nako, Coach Romel, no? I think that is very important, no? Parang ikaw ay ooperahan dahil may sakit ka. Pupunta ka talaga sa doktor na certified surgeon, di ba? O kaya ikaw ay may sakit sa tiyan, no? Baka may nakain ka, pupunta ka sa certified na gastroenterologist. So, importante dyan, tatanungin mo, magre-research ka rin, no? Na titignan mo kung saan ba nag-aral, saan ba nag-residency. Kay Coach Romel naman, titignan mo, saan ba nag-aral itong ating strength and conditioning coach? Baka mamaya nagpapanggap lang. Si Coach Romel, siya ay nagma-masters, no? And ang kailangan na lang niya ay to defend his thesis. So imagine, no, hindi lang siya strength and conditioning coach, may degree na siya, no, sa sports science, but now gusto niyang to be on top of the game, on top of to be the top strength and conditioning coach, and it takes a lot of dedication, perseverance, and also to study, no? Kailangan ng education, kailangan mong i-upgrade, no? And sa mga nakikinig sa atin, hindi naman pwedeng panay strengthening lang ng katawan. Kailangan rin natin ng strengthening ng ating mga spirit, no? And I'd like to share this verse, no, sa atin. Dito sa Psalm 18 verse 2, Psalm 18 verse 2, it says, "The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my shield and the horn of my salvation, my stronghold." Kung tayo kailangan natin coach para lumakas, kay Coach Romel tayo. Pero kailangan rin natin ng coach sa ating spirito. And ang importante dito is ang magbasa sa salita ng Diyos, ang kanyang salita, the Word of God, sa ating mga Biblia. And dito sa Psalm 18 verse 2, "The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer." Wala nang iba. So thank you, teammates, sa ating session with Coach Romel. Ako, dami kong natutunan, no? Kailangan may period, no? Hindi pwedeng laging summer, mainit yon. Hindi naman pwedeng winter, super lamig. So, just like in training, may different kinds of summer. Training, may pre-season, off-season, tapos na yung laro, towards pre-season, and then in-season, and then post-season. Ang importante, dito malaman natin kung nasaan tayo dahil may mga angkop na exercises and conditioning to make the body stronger. Hindi pwedeng buhat ng 150 pounds. Kasi mapapagod tayo, parang kotse rin yun, no? Masisira yung ating pyesa. But with Coach Romel, ang dami nating natutunan that the body is special, the athletes are also special, so we should take good care kung ano yung dumaan sa kanyang mga magagaling na atleta. And si Kai Soto. So, mga kaagapay, maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. Ito po si Coach Jojo Villa ng Fellowship of Christian Athletes at inyong napakinggan ang programang Puso at Lakas Sports sa Pinas sa 702 DZAS, FEBC Radio TV, agapay ng Sambayanan, miyembro ng KBP, kapisanan ng mga broadcaster ng Pilipinas. Magandang Sabado po sa inyong lahat.
Puso at Lakas Sports sa Pinas.